Leo, hi, welcome to your reading for the month of July. This will be your tarot horoscope reading for July, for Leo Sun, Moon, Rising. Thank you for watching. Welcome to my channel, Unfold Your Soul. Let's begin. I've been meditating on your cards and there's, well, the story isn't over until it's over, but there's two different energies you're going to be working with, I feel. And in July, for you, first weeks, adjustment is a word that comes up when I look at the planetary alignments, adjustments, and also gentleness, and going for grounding, basically, because the sun is moving to your 12th house, and that means that you will need a bit of rest. You're like in the winter of your year, Leo. Although if you are in the northern hemisphere, it might be the opposite that is reflected outside. But still, it's good to garden and garden your body as well, because we have that retrograde of Saturn going on and that big conjunction entering back into Capricorn. So when it comes to romance and the significant other, there has been big adjustments. We're still working with that. Guess we're always working with it. But let's see what the energies have for you. I already pulled you an I Ching card. I will read that for you later. Yeah, I feel we're done here. So we're gonna look into everything. Let's give it a go. All right, so you've been through something, Leo, and this has been quite an intense season for you, I feel. Like this winter season, so the last 3 months, basically last 2 months, and then the first 3 weeks of July. Do forgive me, it's Mercury retrograde, and I usually don't suffer from it that much, but it's happening for me as well. So please bear with me as I try to bring this message to you in the most eloquent English I can bring forward right now. So basically, there's been a change, and there was a lot of changes in your situation at home, in how you were dealing with that. Also, the people of your life, there's been a transformation there, and it hasn't been easy, and you've been looking at things and you haven't been afraid of looking at things, so that's a beautiful thing. But you've been walking through the shadow land, and you've been doing a big cleanup of your life, I feel, romantically, and when it comes to your relationship, if you are in a romantic relationship. It has been hard for you, I feel, to just sit quiet, and because the thoughts are so much there and it's so prominent, and the personality is bleeding a bit. So I feel you're very close to your soul in this month of July, but that you are still going through a few changes a few adjustments when it comes to the things that you have decided to leave behind you, that might completely change your sense of home, the way you are in your body. And I feel that your day-to-day routine has been going through a lot of changes, and you've been looking and craving for stability there, and it has been hard to find within the turmoil of your mind. I do see great clarity here. So recently, there has been slow movement, but a love offer has been made. This can be obviously also something of work that has been delivered to you, something that you're passionate about, but I do see this as a romantic gesture. So somebody made a romantic move towards you and offered you a cup of love, and this is somebody who has a sense of romance, but who is not going in with a sword, and it doesn't come as an attack. It's not the war of love. It feels like something beautiful and kind of flowing like a river. So within this turmoil, there is some kind of, from the background, it feels as if there's a person walking towards you, and it's good news, it's divinity, it is divine love. Maybe this person has been there all along. Maybe this is a person that comes in at the beginning of July. We will clarify later. So yeah, there's really for you a purging of your mind, a purging of soul pasts, of past lifetimes about, and it's gonna come up, and you might be very intuitive this month and see flashes of that, because you're here to find great clarity and you are so craving it, and it is here for you. And the way you're gonna rise from this, Leo, is going to be magnificent. So I'm seeing that around 20th, 21st, 22nd, when the sun will be moving into your sign, this clarity will be yours. So it seems that you come into July with still this need for adjusting to the new reality, adjusting and working. Also, I'm hearing acceptance of the new situation, acceptance. And I feel like you've been looking around and been looking at like, okay, who are actually the people in my life that bring me something that will be, and useful, it's such a restrictive word, right? That will actually help me to walk along the path that I'm walking on. Where am I giving too much away from myself? Where am I misdirecting my energy, basically? Because this is going to be about you. Yeah, about you. At the same time, there's some changes going on when it comes to your career. Your rhythm is modified there too, and you will be driven to explore your options in faraway lands or through philosophy. And it seems that as we move through July, you are coming forth with like a clear vision. Like, this is where I'm going. It's going to be important to have an objective, I'm hearing as well. Okay. So, for you, just continue the task at hand. Take it day by day, even take it hour by hour. It has not been easy, but as long as you can focus on concentration, Leo. Concentrate on just doing one task after another. Make yourself a beautiful cup of coffee in the morning. It feels like time is squeezed and that there's been some pressure you have been putting on yourself, and I feel like a lot of movement you've been through, a lot of turmoil, and also the sorrow of the world. If you were feeling more free of that in the past years, it seems that somehow it's been more in your atmosphere. And just take the focus back to your work on yourself, on what you are giving to the world, on your, it's basically get your hands a bit dirty in a sense. Just day by day, what can you do to beautify your life, and it will have a reflection on the people around you. Because there is help here for you. There is an energy of a stable force, somebody like a Renaissance man or woman who has the ability to pour your visions and your dreams into reality. I feel this person coming in with a strong earth energy, a strong ability to create and somebody who's looking actually for somebody like you who has great heart, great vision, great dreams, who's an artist. Yes, okay. So for your attitude this month, the cards are telling you to rest and to take it easy. Do remember, you are in the winter of your soul here, when the sun is traveling just in the sign before your sign. So you might be feeling a bit exhausted and feeling as if you're not moving forward, but you are. As long as you direct yourself and your energy to the task at hand, clear vision is here for you and clarity is here for you. And trust also that the sacrifices that you have made, and maybe it's more than one relationship that you saw like, okay, this is actually not working, where you have made some cuts, I'm hearing. that is okay. And when it comes to this love offer, so I see a person who is like not fully going for it. So maybe your past hurt is not fully cleared. Maybe you're not fully allowing yourself to fall for this person. But I'm feeling this person very strong here. I'm feeling this person very stable. And this is not somebody who budges. So you have such great heart, you know, and you're an emotional being, and you create from that. You create from heartbreak as much as you create from a state of love, Leo. And I'm feeling that this person is going to be able to hold the vibration, even though you might be falling, because you want somebody who's going to stand with you. So these sacrifices that you have made, they're going to lead up to something, but your attitude here in the beginning of July is still an attitude of meditate, rest, go sit by the river, go to the mountain if you can, just sit on the ground and root, surround yourself by green. Green is the heart chakra, it is your path. It is the path of the heart, of expressing the individuality. That's what you're here to do. Every Leo is about coming out of your shell. So it's about giving birth to you, stepping into your own authority. Especially for Leo rising, this is a theme. And with Uranus shaking up your path of career or your status in the world and wanting you to rise there, I feel like it's important you take this time. You've been going through a lot of transition here, and you're doing the work day by day. Trust that whatever is happening, it is in divine timing, because I see the Ace of Swords here for you. So that's really like you standing for who you are and you being in your center here. Yeah, so in the position of the hidden position, what you might not know. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. Somehow this directs me back to this King of Pentacles here. And I'm feeling like, so there's a lot of Pentacles here. And you come in with a change of material environment. Maybe you just moved, or you're looking at moving, and it's like all a bit like complicated. You're looking at your resources. Where am I going to get them from in this new situation? There is a kind of change of destiny for you in the stars, Leo, and there's a lot of stars in this reading, which is a good thing. But then again, what you're not looking at is like, okay, I have this vision, and what I'm seeing is that it's already there. It's already here for you. It's like all the invisible forces. There's like a conspiracy of the invisible bringing you there and guiding you there. And all you have to do is not, I'm not saying relax and do nothing. No, it's like establish a day-to-day routine that keeps you centered in you, that keeps you centered into this world. And if you feel that your heart is a bit squeezed, just connect to nature, connect to the plant world, because that's also, I feel, where you're going. You want to live a more authentic life, a life that is closer to the ground and that is closer to nature. And now we're in the moment that I'm hearing behind the scenes. So behind the scenes, all of this movement is working, and you are getting the information that is needed. The 5th of July, listen to me, this is going to be a very important day for you when it comes to how you want to live your life, how you want to stand in it on a day-to-day level. Like, what are the practices that you're going to invite in? What is the stuff that you actually need? Maybe it's time to make a list about that, because I feel like a simpler life would be quite beneficial for you. And maybe there is I feel like all the resources are going to be delivered to you in these moments where you take the time to meditate. Also, hold that feeling of protection. You are secure within you. Security is here. Material security is here for you, Leo. I'm feeling that people want to collaborate with you and create community, and that is coming from all directions. Maybe you're not seeing it, but maybe it's just time also to sit, take a moment with yourself and look at the new people who are coming into your life, or the people you might not have known for so long, because through the relationships are the significant people that come in, or the people that are around us. We can see where life wants to take us, where life like, because people are mirrors, right? So we invite them in with our energy. But beyond that, there is our higher self. So it's not, okay, we're having a low vibration, we're going to invite someone in and it's going to be a mess. It's possible. But behind that, there's also the force of your higher self, the security that you have, your angels you came here with. And I feel them very present right now for you, Leo. And when you tune in with that energy, you'll see that all the people that you would need, because life is collaboration, it is people, it's building together towards this new earth, and you are a part of that very much, I feel, watching this reading. Those people are there, and maybe there is a moment here and I see two birds flying by, so yeah, and they were white, so yeah, two white doves flying by here through the window. I'm back in my apartment in Europe. Anyways, I feel there's great support of the community here. So keep your focus there. Yes, there have been losses. Yes, you have sat still with these losses, and your mind is not completely clear about that yet. Maybe you're still processing, and that's all right. That's life. It's everything all the time, right? So be gentle with yourself. Be gentle. Talk to yourself as if you were a 7-year-old in need. Like, just take care, be gentle. The ego is not something to be punished and chased away. You are constructing a new self. You are setting new boundaries. You are recreating your life. It's like a renaissance for you. So for your hopes and wishes, we have the 7 of Swords. So it seems that you feel like you are getting away with something. That you might be feeling like, okay, maybe I should just go it alone. Because you want that independence. You want to be able to take care of yourself. You want to know that no matter what, you are safe within yourself. And maybe this can be a mantra for you. Like, this might be a bit about self-worth as well. I do feel that I am enough. All these things, and I am enough already, it has a connotation that, oh, maybe I'm not enough. So how could we reformulate this? It's very interesting that this comes up, because at the same time, I see like a union and a kind of delay around that union, and maybe that's just a mind thing because it is already manifested here. I see a lot of pentacles. Then at the same time, I feel like you want to move. There is some place you want to go. You want to move away from a situation. You are moving away from past hurt, from things that really stabbed you in the heart, Leo. And there's this golden energy about you. I do feel that like this is like splashed in gold. Like we have the Ace of Swords with the petals in gold raining down. We have the King of Pentacles here. We have the 10 of Pentacles. And we have this golden energy here. So you kind of want to know that you are secure within yourself at all times. And for this, I do feel that there is a certain discipline you're going to take on. So if there is something that you've always wanted to learn, this is a good time as well to just dedicate 10 minutes a day. Dedicate 10 minutes a day, because it will teach you discipline, and it will teach you that you can accomplish anything. And I do feel that your confidence, your self-confidence, is something that has been a bit challenged. At the same time, look at the wild things that you're doing, actually, the wild times that you are living. And you're doing so great, Leo. I promise you're doing so great. You have that security that is already yours. Act from that place of knowing, because you have been there. You know how it feels when everything is aligned. And I do feel that in July, with this Ace of Swords and this 10 of Pentacles and this King of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, everything is going to be delivered to you in divine timing. Just be patient. Be patient. Turn your back to the situations that are no longer serving you. I'm seeing two situations, people actually. Two people in your life that, I mean, you can say friendly goodbyes. Maybe it won't be possible to say friendly goodbyes, but it's no longer serving you. It's holding you back. It's holding you in an old place. Okay, the information is really coming through now. It's holding you in an old place where you are repeating patterns of codependency. You don't want that. You don't want that. Maybe there is something that you are so uniquely you, and your life is about stepping into you, about coming out of your shell and shining, Leo. And these people, although they were instrumental, because all experiences and all people are, and maybe you had a long-standing bond and commitment, I'm hearing long-standing commitment with these two people, they are not helping you forward. It can go as far as to be people in your family, people very close to your home, I'm hearing. And if that is the case, even if it's your parents, it's not about cutting ties with your parents, but there's two ways of standing into the relationship with them. And maybe you can move to a place where, okay, I hear you, this is not me, and not internalize that voice. And keeping your center at all times. And maybe sometimes it's also about restricting the time you expose yourself to that, because there's a certain fragility you come into July with. And July is going to give you your power back, especially near the end of the month, when third half of the month, when Venus is going to go out of Gemini. I think it's at the end of the month finally, and you're going to have Aries into your sister sign, brother sign. Aries hosting Mars, so your drive, your power will be back, and it's coming back, you know. And it's going to be, you're gonna have to act sometimes a bit from like, okay, this is my personality, I can do this. And maybe you'll encounter all parts of yourself that aren't all feeling so lovely, I'm hearing as well with this. But it's about you reconstructing yourself and being able to stand in your life, to act from a place where you feel safe and held at all times, and where you get a bit more conditional about things, in a sense that taking better care of you, not letting other people draw your energy away from what needs to be done for you to move forward, because you know what needs to be done. And sometimes just certain things need to stay where they are. I feel there's a lot of energy you are moving forward with, a lot of change, a lot of embodying that change by thinking the right thoughts. Like, you can do this, you've got this, you have done this before, you know it, you've walked this earth before, it's gonna be fine, Leo. I do feel it. There's so much abundance here for you. There's so much joy here for you. Let me see. Yeah. Then we have the Ten of Swords as a potential outcome, and I am going to clarify this immediately with the same deck. So that's a sunrise after a really hard mental journey, and I do feel that this might have played out in your love life, in your romance. I do think that you might have been mentally very creative and been constructing new thought forms, but somehow maybe not all of them, or none of them materialized. It's really it's interesting. I'm really shaky with the cards. So there is an ending here, and it goes with some acceptance of the pain of what you have left behind and the people you have left behind, as I was saying. But there is a completion about that, and there is a whole new sunrise. I'm hearing again the 22nd of July, 21st, 22nd of July. Just like a whole new energy, a whole new start for you. This is your beginning, and you're gonna begin with like a kind of victory. A victory from some past effort as well, I'm hearing. Okay. Yeah, so this one wants to come out, and this is walking away from a loss. So you are already at the 5th of July. It's going to be like, okay, walking away from an old life, walking away, letting go even more, and embracing the new you, and embracing embracing your independency. So there is this kind of wish of your heart to feel so, like maybe you have not been feeling so protected lately. There's been a lot of movement, I feel, for you, Leo, and yeah, okay. So what I have here is the Strength card and the Emperor to clarify this sunrise and this guy who is completely stabbed. It's not the most jolly card, but as you can see, it's a 10, so it's an end of a cycle. After this, there's new beginning and there's justice. And this justice comes in the form of strength, and strength is the Leo card. So it's about finding yourself again this month. You will find yourself again. This is going to have such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ending for you this month. And you're gonna truly feel your power again, the magician that you are as well, your ability to create, and to create from a place of peace. I feel you're gonna find your whole inner peace again this month. And also I'm feeling the ground stability with the Emperor as well. It's a number 4, so it's talking about home, and it's about being the king of your palace again. The royalty, like the Leo is here in the Strength card, that royalty that you have over you, that inspires others, that is part of the light that you shine upon others. I would love to pull a message here, and then I'm gonna look into this energy that is coming in for you. So this might be an earth sign, a Virgo, Capricorn, and I do feel like you may be into that a bit more, like a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, somebody who walks close to the ground, but still who has that, who gives you all the feels, who gives you the romance. I'm gonna look into that, but yeah. So ebb and flow. I feel you've come into a whole new stage of yourself where you've come to accept, because you're so solar, and it's what you recognize as your true identity. And then those times when you're a bit more lunar and introverted, it's almost as if you're self-judging, as if you're criticizing yourself for not being able to give it, because you are the sun and you're meant to shine, yes, but you're also meant to take care of yourself, and it's normal. You cannot give it every single moment of the day. Sometimes you just need to turn inwards, and ebb and flow. I do feel that you are coming into the natural cadence of life, the natural rhythm of life, and a lot more acceptant about feelings that aren't quite so popular. And here with this situation that I see with these two people, can be in one situation or can be two different people that you were confronted. Like, and I feel this is connected also to the situation with the quarantine, with like the feeling enclosed. So maybe you represented a sort of freedom for these people, and you have been wanting to turn your back to them. This is what I'm clearly seeing here with these two cards, is that and knowing that that is okay, it's part of life. You cannot, the sun shines for everyone, but you are not yet a sun. We are all about to become suns from an evolutionary perspective, but it's not yet done. We are human, and I feel you've been more closely connected to your humanity as well. And this connection that you've been feeling to your soul, which is not always the most easy thing, because you're seeing all the shadows and you're seeing it so clearly. And I do feel you're wrapping up that story of the heart, that pilgrimage of the heart that you have been on. You're finding new strength here, and I do see like this kind of Renaissance man, like the Emperor is an Aries. It's kind of the Renaissance, kind of this futuristic man who can, or woman, because you might be a man watching this. I'm sorry, I didn't want to place a gender on it, but like this Renaissance, this person like, I can do it, like action, and a person of action on this planet who makes things, who creates, who wants and who wants to share that as well, and who comes from a place of the ease and beauty of life that you have been embodying, and all these things that you have been to other people. Like you're gonna find that in this person. I do see a great new beginning here with this person. Wow, these cards are pretty big. I'm rediscovering cards as I'm back in Europe to visit. Yeah, so what comes up here is le conflit intérieur. So there was this inner conflict that you have been dealing with. And there's a call from nature to just look at nature and see how this conflict, it's happening all the time. And it's being taken care of by the ebb and flow of life. It's not an issue, it's a non-issue. If you are not judging yourself, it's a non-issue, Leo. I would like to look into this person. I'm gonna do a quick. I'm feeling these cards, although they are not feeling me. They don't want to shuffle. Okay, so I would like to know more about this person walking in here. Because I do see a whole new beginning. So this might be a new person who's coming into your life in July. Someone steady, someone also with a certain material independence, somebody who knows how to start something, you know, who gets something started. Yeah, okay, we're here. Wheel of Fortune. This person, he or she has been through heartbreak as well. They have known loss, they have known suffering. They know what it is to have a joyous heart amidst the chaos. So they can stand strong besides you. And I know I've said this before, but this person, it's just a whole new cycle when it comes to your karma. Like all these past life romances that you have been repeating that were very deeply felt, that has been great, but sometimes there was too much baggage and it was too infatuated for you to continue that, I feel. And you are looking for something more grounded, something more real, something more tangible, somebody to construct with. And this is a person, this is a person that, if it's not the person you're gonna build with, it's at least one step closer. And it's like a stepping stone. And recognizing all the beauty within this person and all the goodness and all the abilities of this person and what that would represent if you would enter a partnership with that person. Recognize those. You're gonna see that that's gonna result in a lot of goodness. Just recognizing that you can make a change, that you can like change your taste in men or women. If you are in a relationship and you're still watching this can be a total reconstruction of your relationship and a building of that relationship in another location or a building of another relationship with the same person. I do feel that there is a complete willingness from you and the other to let go of that what was broken, to let go of it and to just like no longer repeat the story. Just let go, cut ties with the story as well, keeping the good and focusing on the good and saying grace for the good as well, and recognizing that this is a whole new cycle in love for you. A whole new beginning. See a lot of flowers and a lot of trees, and I see a lot of creation and a more functional existence for you. And that doesn't sound so romantic at first, but it's gonna do you a lot of good, Leo. And for this, just give yourself that structure first. Give yourself that necessary love and grounding and the routine that you might need for that to be choose you. I'm hearing as well, choose you, and know that you have that strength and you are building a new healthy personality from where you can rule the world. And yeah, your kingdom is here. I can feel it, I can see it in the cards. I do hope that you found some inspiration here for your month of July. As a message from the I Ching, we have number 59, and that is, if I am not wrong, wind above water. So that's a very natural thing. The wind creating storms, again, that ebb and flow, the wind moving the energies. And it's a more subtle way of standing into life. Wind over water indeed, obstacles gently dispersed. In spring, warm breezes blow across frozen waters and awaken them to movement again. Winds blow over stagnant summer marches, freshening and freeing them to encourage growth. In every season, the winds act upon the waters to disperse inertia and bring liveliness. When you want to motivate others, subtle persuasion might be more effective than brute force. And with the Strength card, it's kind of what we have been saying. So it's this energy of like everything is following its course. The seasons are changing, and they are definitely changing for you, Leo. Let me know how this resonates, what you feel about this, what's going on for you below in the comments. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, commenting. That helps the channel. I hope to see you again in August.